everyone, it's Val, and welcome back to today's End of the Day tour. I just noticed that I'm starving to death, so just excuse me while I drop crumbs everywhere. Delicious. It takes a lot of nuts to fill you up. Have you ever noticed that? Right. So, where was I? Right. End of the Day tour, Tolkiencraft II. Alright, well, I haven't been streaming the number of hours that I normally do, so this is actually what I did this stream and last stream. I'm still working my way to getting all my normal streaming energy back, and I'm trying not to go too overboard. So, what I wanted to show you was have been working on the inner walkway to turn it into something that feels a little more planned, if a little bit crazy. I will say the elves, on occasion, I think there's something in the pipeweed that they smoke, because, well, things get a little crazy at times. Right, so the idea that I wanted for these tunnels was for them to feel a little bit claustrophobic, because they're at the top of the wall and they're not something that you normally have processions or anything going through. So I wanted them to feel a little tighter and a little, like I say, claustrophobic. And if you come over here, you can see that this is the basic thing that I've done to provide a framework for my stairs. And basically what I'm doing is I'm taking the stairs and I'm going like this, and then putting where they fit, I'm putting a slab there. Now, there's not many places where I can do that easily, especially once I bring them around corners, so that's what ends up giving you the crazy feel. Right, so the other thing I wanted to show you was something that I did actually in the stream that I did the last End of the Day tour, and I never did show you guys this. On the server here, because we've been having issues with the dimensional anchors, as far as I know, our server is the only one that's been having this particular issue. So this is just a special thing that we've done on this server. It is not part of the general pack. As far as I'm aware, the dimensional anchors are still in the main pack and will continue to be. But for us, we have removed the dimensional anchors and we have replaced them with the anchors that you can make. I don't even know if I have the pieces I need in here. No, I don't. With the ancient warfare anchors. And let me just get... I believe I needed the stone bricks for this, and I needed obsidian. And you need ender pearls. Now, I'm not actually going to make them because, well, I already have plenty, but I figured I'd at least show you how they worked. There we go. And these are the ones that I made extra, so I'm just going to show you how the more advanced one of it worked. Right, so as you can see, they are called chunk loader. We'll just get them to come up here. So there's two of them. There's the Deluxe chunk loader, which is made with obsidian and an ender pearl in the ancient warfare crafting table, and a simple chunk loader, which requires stone bricks and an ender pearl. Now, the simple one is indeed, as the name applies, very simple. It gives you a 3x3 area that's covered. So if we look at my map here, I have put the simple chunk loader here, where I used to have a dimensional anchor that was set to 3x3, so this replaced that one quite nicely. And so it's loading this area here. And there's no point in me going there to show it to you because it has no interface. You just put it down and that's it. So, for example, once you've done the research, you can do that. Now, this is disabled in the normal pack, and the reason that I'm showing this to you is because, well, if you have an Ancient Warfare in a different mod pack where it is not disabled. I figured I could at least show you how it works. But the other reason, too, is if on your server you should start to have issues, like we had, then you should know that there is an alternative you can use. And if you do, as you can see, you can make it like that. If you do use these, you have to enable them in the ancientwarfare.cfg file, and there are 4 lines you have to set to true. 2 of them are for the Deluxe chunk loader, and 2 are for the simple chunk loader. And if I recall correctly, one is for research, and the other is for the actual crafting table. So you have to enable both of them so you can research it and make them. Right, so now I'm just going to plink down this Deluxe chunk loader, and I'm going to show you how it works. This one does have an interface. It is a 5x5 chunk loader, so that is the largest size you can have. However, it does have a very interesting advantage over the dimensional anchors, and also over the chicken chunks chunk loader, because you can actually specify which chunks you want loaded. So you just click on the box, and so now I've just told it that I want these 6 loaded, and that's it. So you can actually look at your map and decide which ones you want loaded and which ones you don't. And that, I think, is very cool. And I haven't seen... Not that I know every chunk loader in existence, but this is the first one I've seen where you can actually specify which chunks you want loaded. So let me just put those away. And now, because they don't do as big of an area as the dimensional anchor, I actually have to have 5 chunk loaders. 5 5x5 chunk loaders, as well as the 3x3. But, as I said, the advantage is that instead of loading this whole area, I'm excluding these ones on the corners because I don't need to load those anymore. And as well, I'm not loading the ones in the center because I don't need those ones either. And the reason that I had to have 2 here was I had to make sure that these sections were loaded, so I put them on either side. In fact, those are the ones I'm going to show you. And you can see how on the map we have loaded just the ones that we want, so there is no crossover. Alright, whoop. Ah! Splat. Alright, so these are the ones. They are on either side of... Right here you can see the edge of the chunk boundary, so I've got one on either side of it. And so this one, so I'm facing north now. This one is only loading these chunks, which, if you look at the map, corresponds to these, like that. And then this one is only loading these chunks, which, on the map, corresponds to these 2, and these 2, and that one. So like that. Because I don't need to load this center part here because, well, I don't need that boat loaded. It's already a boat load. I don't need it there. So I think that is pretty cool. So in the end, it actually means that even though I have more chunk loaders, they're actually loading less chunks, which hopefully means that the burden on the server is lessened. And of course, the reason that I have those chunk loaders going, or the primary reason around the edge of the walls, is so that all the rain gutters work, all the rain spouts work when it rains and stops raining, as well as things like if somebody starts the gate opening and then flies off, that gate will finish opening and not be caught halfway and have possible issues due to that. Right, now I'm just trying to think if there's anything else. I think... Oh yes, there was something else. I did go around and all the doorways, both internally to the internal walkways and externally going out onto the external wall walkway, all the doors have been, well, made to look like doors instead of holes in the wall. So, it's getting there. Right. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's end of the day tour. And I'd just like to say, I hope to see you in the stream sometime. I've missed you guys. And don't forget, tomorrow, which is July 29th, Friday, from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. MDT, is the Vals NoisyToys patron games. So, I hope to see you watching, or if you're a patron, I hope to see you there. So you all have a good night, and I will see you later. Bye.